Okay, we're about to start. I can't even. Okay. So basically, what we's about to talk about is like why Worldstarhiphop necessarily might not be the best way to promote as an up-and-coming artist. So what's your take on that? First of all, wait a minute, before we start too, because I want them to know why they should even value your words. Tell them a little about yourself. Tell them a little about what you do.
I go by the name of Geno. I do all of the above. I'm a digital marketer. I'm in music management. I do a little bit of producing. I'm really knowledgeable on really one thing that we're gonna really emphasize today is marketing effectively and strategically, and that's one thing I'm here to talk about today. Again, I go by the name of Geno. Social media handle is at Steelotito, STEELOTITO.
Yeah, and for y'all, for those who don't know me, I go by the name of Stackz. You can follow me on IG at ERIC_STACKZ, or my other page, which is my rap mentor, at MYRAPMENTOR. So,
but like you were saying, one of many reasons I feel like artists today should stay away from Worldstarhiphop, promotional services from my mixtapes and other platforms that are really, you said it kind of last week, that are really oversaturated. Now, don't get me wrong, the artist has the right idea, absolutely, but you know, with hundreds of artists, thousands of artists monthly, daily submitting their content, there's a reason why there are thousands submitting per month, but only maybe you see maybe a couple artists on that platform really do something with their own.
Yeah, and usually, just cut in too, usually, in my opinion, Worldstar is only good if you already got a buzz, and it's just like that extra awareness. I don't think, like, how often do you look up a random guy on Worldstar?
Exactly.
Like,
and so it's really, so like I said, you would have the right idea, but it's all about marketing effectively. And with Worldstarhiphop and throwing money into promotional services like that don't get you data back, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It don't give you no data. It don't tell you where your fans from. You can't collect their email.
None of that. It's just a shot in the dark. And like I said, you have the right idea and it may work at times, but when you want to talk about taking hold of your career at the independent level, when you're on the ground, you really have to get away from Worldstarhiphop and learn how to strategically market your music.
Yeah, I do think it's good maybe later, assuming that you're a street artist majority usually. Yeah. Maybe later after you have an already set buzz, and then it's good for some additional awareness. I think Worldstar is better for awareness more so than a fan base. Sometimes artists don't know the difference. Awareness and gaining a fan base is two different things.
Completely different.
Like I told you last time, you can put fucking Katy Perry in front of a Chief Keef crowd. Yeah, that's awareness, but that might not be
not gonna work.
A demographic to gain a fan base.
So like I said, going back to marketing effectively, Worldstarhiphop, it's a shot in the dark. You're gonna throw something in there. You're gonna throw your money away to not know where your demographic is coming from, where your core audience is coming from, who's listening, how many people are listening. It's just, again, when you talk about taking off from the independent level, you really have to learn how to take control of your business, because that's really what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I do think some better options too is I think more people need to start looking into influence marketing. Like, there's vlogs out here that you can submit your music to. You can get in touch with them.
Yeah, you
can get in touch with like certain Instagrammers and stuff that fits your certain fan base. It's less, I'm not saying that a lot of people don't do it, but it's less oversaturated, and it's less like promotion. No one wants to be purposely marketed to. People want to feel like, oh man, you know, I got onto that. That's another thing with the Worldstar and stuff. You see like ad or whatever. You can tell it's an ad.
You can tell, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to be, I found him through an ad.
Yeah, I would say.
You know what I mean?
Through influence marketing, definitely. And also it kind of falls into freelance marketing. Yes, we talk a lot about why you shouldn't get on Worldstarhiphop, but let's talk a little bit about, you know, ways to really effectively,
because I do hate when people tell you what not to do, but they never tell you what to do. Okay, then what to do.
So really what it is man, now this is something that it's different for every artist. Every artist is not gonna have, every artist is really unique in their own way, because every artist has their own demographic. Every artist has their own niche, their own core fan base that they're wanting to attend to. So when it comes to marketing, it's all about finding the correct marketing strategies that work for you, you know? And so, like I said, you get on Worldstar Hip Hop, you got the right idea, but it's not necessarily the best way to market for yourself. So
yeah, I do think once again Worldstar is more like awareness, brand awareness. But if you don't have that buzz already, you know, because usually too, like I'm pretty sure most people would agree, you don't never see an artist one time and be like, man, I'm a fan. It usually take you seeing these artists in multiple places. Worldstar can be included. You might see him on Say Cheese. You might see him on doing something with this rapper. It usually take multiple.
But either or, you notice that when an artist, when you see an artist at a certain point, whatever season that they're in, you see them multiple times.
Yeah, it's never like I see him. I've never been a fan of. I see him once. I may even be curious, but I never seen an artist once, and I was a fan.
And you're never actually gonna hear an artist tell you that they're using, you know, the best marketing strategies for them, because it's more so. I mean, a magician is never gonna tell another magician or anyone how to do its tricks, you know,
which is
so
understandable.
It's understandable.
It's a hard
business,
game out
but at the same time, you have to think outside the box. Don't look at the mainstream rapper and think that because what he's doing, you can do too, and it's gonna work. You know, that's one common misconception that a lot of independent artists, whatever genre you're in, rap, rock, alternative, whatever.
That's what we were saying last time. If anything, look at where they started. Definitely. And they have to be in the same like demographic as you too. Like you can't look at artists as completely different from your look, your style of music and stuff.
Compare where they were, you know, and compare what they did when they were in your positions to succeed, because, you know, they're way past exactly, you know, what you would think you need to do now to get, you know, where you would want.
And plus when it was more like you, the moves are more possible for you. You can't do what Jay-Z do. I'm pretty sure if you had that much money now, you probably wouldn't be rapping.
Seems nice.
You know, let's just be real. As much as I love rap, don't think I'll be rapping. I'll be owning something and rapping something. So so I think it's
to compare it. Really, when I say finding out, I know it's hard for me to reach out to a group of people who don't know what I mean when I say find a way to market. You know, find a strategic marketing plan that works for you. It's really hard to just go out there and, you know, just do it. So I wanna make some comparisons. When I say strategically market your music, I mean, like I said in the last time we spoke, comparable to a business. And I don't mean to sound like a broken robot, but it's so easy, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point where, like I said, you create your music, you know, you make sure that you protect your music, you protect everything that you own, and you get on platforms that are paying you out. Now, how do you actually get paid out? Not by just posting it and walking into things with blind faith. Here comes the marketing strategy that, you know, was advised for you to take into. Here comes a marketing strategy that's going to help you get paid out on these platforms. And that's the number one thing you have to focus on as an independent artist, because everything is coming out of pocket. And at the end of the day, if you love the music, great. But at some point, every artist dreams about getting paid off their music as well.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of doing it if you're trying to get paid? You know? Like we said last time, obviously the chances of the money rolling in right away is going to be slim, but I do believe everything you do must have an ultimate goal of eventually making money, even if it's a little bit. Like when you use the $20 analogy, I like that one.
It's whether you have $20 or $200, whether you have 200 followers or 200,000, there's a way for you to strategically market it and grow your career at the pace you want. Don't make it about the money entirely when it comes to investing into yourself. Don't feel like you need a certain dollar amount like the next rapper you see on TV just to feel like that's what you need to in order to get on. There's ways to make it happen. Again, just find the right marketing strategies for yourself.
And a lot of that comes with just education too. Like you gotta educate yourself. You gotta read. It's books, it's libraries, it's courses. Read.
And online, all of my knowledge.
All of it.
All of my knowledge just came from basically just self-educating myself and watching everything from tutorials, videos, interviews, and soaking up all the knowledge. I'm not a rapper. I can't rap at all, but I feel like if I were to rap, I would know exactly exactly how long and what to do and what it would take to get myself on. And I say that with sure confidence only because anybody could do it. I want to see everybody involved in this culture and everybody who's creating to win. And I feel like there's room for everybody, but everybody has to really discipline themselves.
Oh, that's another thing too, what I wanted to touch on too. Like sometimes I think the rappers look at the mainstream people so much and I gotta make $3 billion.
You get lost in the sauce, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. The first thing you should be thinking when you do start thinking about money, the first thing you should be thinking is at least how much do I need to make a living first?
Exactly.
Like I'm pretty sure it's easy. It's relatively easy online if you put in the work to make $100,000 a year. That's like a businessman level. I think sometimes we get too much caught up in like trying to jump to like point A to like point Z overnight. Yeah. Since you gotta, it's levels.
It's definitely like
now. Sometimes there's rare cases where the right thing may strike, it may jump you up, but most of the time it don't work.
Most of the time, like I said,
each level and work your way up.
Again, compare it to a business and strategically plan where you want to be as an artist. Whether again you have 200 followers or 200,000, there's ways to make sure that you're progressing. You know, and that's the most important part. Focus more on one as an artist. If you're a real confident artist, you already know and should have the confidence that your sound is there.
And if you don't, then you need.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't base your success off how many plays you're getting. You should base your success off basically the comments. Take a look at all of it. It all takes into account when it comes to your progression. Don't get discouraged because you drop something and you get under 1,000 plays.
It's about a gain. At that point when you come as an artist, it's about mostly gaining a fan. Again, numbers is more awareness, but that don't necessarily translate to fans.
Exactly.
I mean, you know some people with 100 million Instagram followers but can barely go platinum.
Exactly.
Awareness,
perfect example,
and fan base are two different things. I had to learn that. Two different things. You can probably have 1 million views, right? This one guy can have 300,000, but his 300,000 probably go strong for him.
There we go.
You probably got 50,000 out of 1 million.
His
so
plays stretch.
Like
you know, because
views do look good. But mostly focus on gaining that fan base.
Views look good,
They do look
but
good, it tricks most people.
It tricks a lot of people.
You know what I mean? It tricks the public.
And that's the thing, man. It's crazy. I do know. I mean, even a couple people right now, millions of plays on SoundCloud, and I talk to somebody in the same city that they make music in, and they don't know who he is. That's crazy.
Yeah. And so don't get caught. Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
Don't
get caught up into
too much into the numbers,
do.
all that.
It's crazy.
You know, we mostly try to gain it. Like you said, you got 200. Make 200 of them your fan. If you can't make 200 people your fan, you probably can't make 2 million.
Exactly.
So start. Eventually, that 200 will rock with you. They'll spread you over to 300.
Exactly. Like I said,
boom, boom, boom.
A lot of people really get discouraged when they don't hit the numbers that they were expecting.
Yeah, I'm a
by
victim
just dropping
of it too.
it.
As much as I know,
and I get it. So am I.
Everybody
Too, so,
you know what I mean?
At some point, you have to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about is growth. And so, when I say really, I want to emphasize, please do not get discouraged as an artist when you're dropping music, not really marketing, and you're not seeing results. It's simply because you're not using the right tools to get your music out there. And that's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know?
Just not using the right tools. So,
that's it.
But, matter of fact, before we out, tell them what you do. Tell them about your services. Tell them your social media again.
So, right now, again, social media is at STEELOTITO. Like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. What I'm specializing in is in digital marketing. If you're an independent artist out there, I really do offer services that allow you exposure to real fans, and really focus on targeting a core audience, making sure that we know exactly where to build momentum off of. So not only can you create a budget, put it behind your music, but you will also be able to see data and your numbers, who again is listening, what city. We can even possibly talk about if your buzz is strong enough, we can even talk about focusing on paid shows. But again, you would have to get in contact with me. Again, I'm on IG, STEELOTITO. Twitter is the same thing. Shoot me a DM and I'll get back to you as soon as I.
And you already know what I do. I do the rap. Well, I'm a hip hop artist myself, but I also do rap coaching. You know, I'm more so, he's the marketing guy. I'm more so helping you writing your music, your branding, your image, I'm more so get you ready as an artist so you could be packaged well to be able to go to him and attract him to market you. Because, I mean, no marketing in the world can help a really poor product. So
Exactly.
I'm more so the guy as a rap coach is to get your music tight, get your image tight.
Come with the correct mindset and understand that you're approaching your music as a business, and then your content will work for you.
So that's what I do, and you know, follow me on IG, ERIC_STATKZ. Even if you need to get in contact, you can hit me up and I can send them your way.
Yeah,
and also follow me on Rap Mentor, MYRAPMENTOR.